Hey guys, Sarah here from the Glitter Guy, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make some cool Easter eggs. Links for everything that we're going to use are going to be down below, and if you haven't yet, definitely like and subscribe to our channel so you can always see what we're putting out. So I had this idea because a friend of mine posted these really awesome cartons of eggs from Target, and she is going to use them this year instead of real eggs because, I mean, price of eggs just is a little old to be using eggs more anyway. And I thought, how cool would that be if you could wash the paint off and reuse them every year? Just put them in your little Easter egg container and put it in storage and then use the same eggs. But I had to do some tests. I found these Crayola Ultra Clean washable markers. It did wash completely off. It washed off with Dawn dish soap. It washed off with alcohol. And now we're gonna play around with them. I'm gonna show you guys what I did. So these eggs I got from Target. And they came with paints. It does not say on here at all how washable these paints are. So I have not actually tried the paints, but you can just paint the eggs and get new eggs the next year if it does not wash off. However, another thought that went into my planning process was that over the weekend, Alex, my daughter, got her first try at markers, and that marker was all over her neck, it was on her arms, it was on her outfits, it was everywhere. And these specific markers, they wash off everything. They wash off the hands, the clothes, and your walls, which I hope no one's putting it on your walls, but kids. But I also thought the markers give the kids a lot more control over the artwork and what they're doing. So I think that was pretty cool. The colors come up super vibrant too. I mean, the egg is white itself, so that gives you the better base that you want for vibrant colors. They dry pretty instant. These markers I also got from Target. I'm sure you can get them anywhere markers are sold, but they were not the regular Crayola markers, which I thought was kind of weird. And those specifically are the markers that I went with and that I tested. I don't know why I always blow on it to dry it like it's still wet. Even as an adult, I feel like I have way more control over what I am drawing with the marker versus the paints, and especially versus the dyes. All right, so I got my purple egg. They had bigger marker packs when I was over at the store, but I really didn't need too many colors. My daughter is 1.5 years. She will color with whatever 2 markers I give her little 2 hands. For the older kids, they had the skinny washable markers and these also. And not that these eggs need to be perfect, but I did get some purple rub off on, not just purple, it happened last night too, some color rub off on my fingers, and then it left like a mark. Alcohol also takes this right off. So rubbing alcohol is another great way to clean these eggs. I did use rubbing alcohol to clean one. It just took a little bit longer than it did with the dish Dawn soap and water. You could totally take a Q-tip, dip it in the rubbing alcohol, and just rub away the part that you didn't want. There's no mistakes in art, but if there was a mistake made, you could then also rub it away, which you never know. Kids are fickle these days. If someone's crying over a blue stripe that they didn't want there, take some rubbing alcohol and take it away. See if I can pull off a cool stripe. I think it went exactly how I thought it would. I mean, I can't believe I haven't seen eggs like this before, and I'm sure that they exist, but these are a game changer for me. I know we are going to be using these in the Lively household. Cool. So I think these are super neat. I think the kids are really going to have a great time with these. And again, you're not going to dye your hands, you're not going to dye anyone's clothes because you throw them right in the washer or use some hand soap and it goes right away. Oops. So, we have to figure out how to do glitter on these, right? Get real crazy and rhinestone an egg. I'm coming into someone's house with their rhinestone and eggs. So this is Eileen's original tacky glue. I'll do half my egg and see what it looks like. And the egg is white, which once again gives you a phenomenal base for really vibrant colors. This is Firecracker. This is a color that is coming out, but it is a brand new color. And that came out really cool. It didn't fill in every single spot, but I don't think that I really expected it to because this is a medium glitter. So if you had used a fine glitter, it would have covered it much better. But it doesn't really matter because I'm still getting all the effects that I wanted out of an egg. When this dries, it should be pretty tacked on there to where you can hide this egg and look for it. I'm gonna let it dry because if I let it dry, I can lightly touch the other side. In that case, I could paint the other side if I wanted to and then glitter it, or just keep it painted, maybe just draw on it with marker, maybe you only wanted half glitter. You could paint one side of it and then dip it in glitter. I know this is fabric glue, but it works really well in fabric, and I wonder how it'll do on this little plastic egg. It doesn't have a list of materials, but I guess that's because it literally says on the front, fabric glue. Sometimes they'll say metals, plastics. So this color that I used is another new color for the glitter guy. It's Paper Cut. And because I just used the fabric glue on it, if I was doing a fabric item like a shoe or something like that, I would end the project with heating it up to, you know, finish the adhesion. Curious if it has the same effect on plastic. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty on there. I'm gonna let it sit because it's still a little fresh. Look how cool that looks. After this dries and I'm able to touch the other side, I could just glue the side, and honestly at that point I would just roll it in the glitter and then let the whole thing dry. Or if you have a little egg dipper doohickey, again, I could don't even have to glitter the other side, I could just color on it, or I could have colored on it first. Definitely a fun thing to add for the older kids if anyone wants to dip their eggs in glitter, or mom wants to dip her eggs in glitter. Just do a little flower. I'm gonna put my drawing skills right to the test. Tried to make sure I picked a shape that I felt confident that I can draw, but we'll see. I always do that one petal bigger, but that wasn't too bad. Another good thing I want to point out about these markers versus the traditional dipping them in, not dipping them in inks, we're dipping them in dyes. It's been a while. A great point is that this is going to keep your kids, I assume, keep your kids entertained longer than it would with the regular dipping the eggs. And I remember being a kid dipping those eggs so quick and then you're done. Because, I mean, really all you can do is dip them into different colors. There wasn't, I mean, when I was a kid, there wasn't too many kits out that had little markers. I think they might have some things out now, but I do think that this will keep your children locked into this project a little bit longer. They're gonna have a lot more control. So I'm just gonna do like a little circle here. And it's not like a circle that has a purpose. I'm honestly going to put my thumb there and then glue the whole rest of the egg around my flower and see if I can get the whole thing done in one thing, because I won't care if I smudge that orange because I'm going to put glitter on it anyway. Okay. Put it there too early. I'm gonna give that a minute to dry. Maybe my thing was that I was touching it when it was wet. How about this flower? Oh yeah. Nope, didn't come up. So I'm gonna give this a second to dry. And then I'm gonna put my fingers where the orange is. And I bet you it'll let me use it as little holders so I can glitter the whole egg. I guess I could have just put my hand on the flower. I like the way the fabric glue went on the egg. So let's try it with that. I like this color a lot. It worked. I probably just missed some spots, but once it dries, I can go back in. Shouldn't have been so adventurous. He just did the front and the back separate, but you know, sometimes you just can't. But look how cool. I only missed that spot right there. I'm gonna get it. Put my finger on one of my little landing spots. The landing spots really helped. And I just did circles to do something really quick to show you guys, but obviously your landing spots can be anything you want. They could be hearts, little lines, stripes, more flowers. All right. So that's pretty cool. Those are a few different ways that you can make, one, Easter eggs in general, and then two, reusable Easter eggs, because these markers will wash off. I let one sit overnight and I used all the dark colors that I had in my pack on that egg, and I just used some Dawn dish soap and it washed right off. I thought in the middle of it that it wasn't going to completely come off, but then as soon as I rinsed it under the water, the egg was brand new again. Well guys, I hope that you thought this was as neat as I did. I think the whole reusable part is super cool. And of course, the glitter part, you don't have to sell me on glitter at all. So I hope that this might help your Easter at home. Remember, these just came right from Target, which was great. So if you liked our video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you can always see all the things that we're putting out.